Yeah. Okay, so we are going with particular as per this data factory, data bricks, data lake storage, and generation one, as your data lake storage generation two, via SQL pool will be there. So we're just talking about here. It is the first thing is the Azure data factory. What is important? Why is the requirement? So in the world of big data, raw and recognized data is often stored in relation, non-relation, and other storage systems. However, its own though data doesn't have the proper context or meaning of the provide meaningful insight in the analytics and data scientists and the decision makers. So you can see we have different type of databases available. Okay, in this in the cloud computing, you can say that we have different type of clouds with different type of data. We have different type of analytical skills we require. We have required data scientists sort of things. We have data miners in the right now in the market right now, and we will take a decisions based on the data, right? So data factory is the is a feature which is going to help you out to make a decisions based on your data. So Rajesh, I'm talking about here, suppose you are working in a company like where the online gaming things are there in the US, you can say that. Okay, so as a decision maker, suppose I am a company, a CEO, company CTO, I would like to know what is the sales in this particular year. So I'm talking about here is business decision making sort of stuff like that. Okay, I'm talking about analytics point of view. Okay, so as per the data, I'm just going to take a decision based on the data. Hey, how many sales in a particular year? Okay, how many number of customers are in a particular year will be coming to my gaming platform, right? That's why you require Azure data factory is all about. So we going to using it in our day-to-day in our life, I can say that. So this is very important for you to providing the analytics of all your data. We require decision making as per the data. That's why we required the Azure Big Data. Okay, this is data factory. So big data requires services that can orchestrate the organize the process and enumerate stores in the data in the actionable and insights. Azure Data Factory is managed clouds and built in this complex hybrid XTDM transform ETL and extract load transform and data integrations project. So the data factory is important because we have lots of data. We have different types of data. Okay, and we would like to take a decisions based on the data. We would like to analyze the data. We have some data scientists or data miners are working on your data. So the matter of fact that we have complex of your complexity in the data basis. So we require extract, transform, load on of your data, how much load on your transformation of your data, and extract load transmission, extracting the load of your data into the databases pointer. So we have different use cases, usage scenarios are there in the real-time examples. If you want to take a look, you have collects petabyte of game logs that you produce by the games in the cloud. So this is the good for you. Image a gaming company that collects petabyte of game logs of the product produced by the game in the cloud, right? The company wants to analyze these logs and gain insights of the customer preferences, demographics, and the usage behavior. It also wants to identify upsell and cross-sell opportunities, develop compelling and new features, divide and business growth, and provide better experience to its customers, right? So suppose this is the same example fits you, Rajesh, that the company have, suppose you work in a company, gaming company, and your company owner, or company CEO required, I would like to analyze all those data. I would like to see the logs of the data on the same, and we require some customer preferences. Okay, which customers should be coming first? Okay, we have prioritized the customers on the online gaming platform. Suppose the customer is coming from Middle East or coming from the Asia Pacific regions, the customers coming from the US regions, okay, Europe region. So we going to prioritize the traffic as per this particular cases. And we have demographics, which country, region specific the traffic is coming from, okay? And you want to take a say, hey, this is the particular region. They are the part of your games and they have some huge money or huge traffic will be coming. Okay, so there's all those important things, and also uses behavior of the particular specific regions. Suppose in India, suppose you go to a specific region, And the Middle East, they have specific game they're going to targeting sometimes, okay? Because right now you can see there are so many games are there into the FIFA World Cup. So many European countries are more involved into the football games, online gaming sort of things, you can say that, okay? So you can see that, hey, lots of traffic is coming from Europe region for the football gaming sort of things. You're going to playing it, something like that. And if you're talking about Indian Asia Pacific region's point of view, so once the World Cup, T20 World Cup or the Cricket World Cup will be coming, so that so many traffic coming from India region and all those Asia Pacific regions. So you're going to be creating strategies as per the demographics point of view, the preferences point of view, the usage behavior of the customer's point of view, and then you're going to sell your product. Okay, you're going to sell your product. Cross-selling opportunities will be always be there, and going to develop the complying new features in the companies and providing a growth of your company. Basically, it is I'm talking about here, and also you are going to provide a better experience of the customers. So, what do you understand the use case? Okay, we're talking about some technical part into the same. So, suppose I'm talking about here, what are the technical benefits you're going to providing it? Okay, so suppose the traffic is coming from Europe region or the Asia Pacific regions. So you are going to Azure, implement some load balancers, application load balancers. Azure, traffic manager going to implement on the say health checks will be going to take a look on the same. Sentinel, Azure Sentinel services, Azure security center going to implement, water traffic going to monitoring, all those things all together on the same. What type of servers you're going to implement, how many number of RAMs, processors, what is the category of the servers you're going to implementing it, how do you going to securing services, how do you going to protecting the things, how do you going to identity access management, all those things you are doing it. So these are the some use cases as a technical point of view as well as a management point of view. So you're going to categorize all those features, and that's you are going to create a strategies behind at the same. Okay, so the companies have some reference data such as customer informations are there, and you can say game information requirement. Okay, suppose you want to running a marketing campaign of your gaming. Okay, suppose we have PUBG or different gaming. Okay, so PUBG, how you going to running a marketing companion to that all the globally about your gaming sort of things. So once you understand all those gaming scenarios, demographics, and you will take a decision based on your data. So the matter of fact that how you going to data will be storing it, how you combining it, all those things. We have some additional logs going to collecting it, and we have cloud data storage will be going to creating it. So this is all about you are going to use in the Azure Data Factories. This okay. So the thing is, I'm talking about here how you're gonna using it and when you're going to using it, what you're using it, and what's the importance, all those things. Okay, so we have some code-free ATL service like we Insight, okay, Integrest, control flow of your data flow, how showing it, schedule of the data, maintaining corporate schedules, okay, pipelines, which things are pipeline, which things are not pipelines, which clocks, or we have different type of Windows changes when I'm working. You're going to monitoring executables of the data flowing, monitoring, you're going to doing it. And there are so many importance about the data a data factory. Okay, connect and collect, you're going to connecting it, databases and collected informations, transformation and CI/CD, publish, monitoring, top level concepts like pipeline activities, databases, you're going to linking it. And there are so many benefits you're going to get running it at the behind the scene. But the thing is, the, 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 the person is gonna using it, all those things, but they are not going to know the backend, what the things are going on, what the use cases, why I'm gonna using it, where it is the requirement, and why I'm gonna investing the money into the same. So the thing is, you use your money sensible way, right? We have what suppose I'm talking about some recent month, what's the new inside the data factory. So it's going to be updated all the time. October 2020 is going to be update this all those articles, and you're going to getting it load. The releases will be there. So it's just important for you to understanding the data flowing in your SQL servers, and you are going to implement SQL servers, and then you would like to know, hey, how would Mahesh, I would like to know the decision making based on the data. So you are a technical person, it's okay, but how do you want to represent your management? So management would like to know that, hey, what is the best things you're going to be doing it? How are you going to do the operational excellence into the environment? So if you're talking about an operational excellence point of view, the cost cutting point of view, so that's why you understand the logics behind it, why I'm going to doing it, what is use case, what is the benefit I'm going to getting it, and what's the technical advantages you are doing it. You're going to train the people as well as on your companies as a security point of view, that technical point of view. Once you understand all those conceptual things, I would say that. Okay, so this is the data factory. We talking about here how the data factory is going to working. So once we're going to do some lab sessions in our next weekend, we're going to do lab sessions. So we're going to understand all those things, the use cases. Like suppose the thing is how you're going to creating it, what is the use case, what you're going to integrate some data inside the data factory, and then we're going to see some decision making things into the same. This is important for you. Then we have new different services like Databricks we have right now. So why we require Databricks in the company's point of view, right? Databricks is important point of view because it is platform provides unified set of tools, building, deployment, sharing, maintaining enterprise grade data solution at scale. So the matter of fact that database is very important. How do you going to make it decision based? How do you going to provide deploying strategies? How do you going to sharing your data? Okay, different regions, because I'm talking about multi-tenancy environment over there. In the multi-tenancy environment, how do you going to effectively and efficiently use your databases? I'm talking about here. Okay, and how do you maintain your databases? Okay, so Databricks integrates with the cloud storage and security in your cloud account and manages and deploys cloud infrastructure in yourself, right? So this is the beauty about the cloud. Databricks is all about is going to provide some adding into your cloud storage. This is going to provide some security enhancement on your cloud accounts. I would say that. Okay. So if you're talking about some more use cases, how are you going to using in your gaming industries point of view, healthcare point of view, or different industries point of view, so that this is it is going to provide some platform architectures composed two primary parts like infrastructure and used by the Databricks to deploy, config, and manage the platform services. Okay, and the customers on managed data collaboration by Azure Databricks in your company. So suppose I'm talking about some technical point of view. Okay, so it's going to deploy the code, configure the code, and manage the platform of your services. So suppose I'm talking about here storage point of view. You're going to deploying the storage. Okay, you're going to configure the storage and you're going to provide some manage the platform. How we're going to storing the
Sorry
data,
to
what
disturb you in between,
things like that.
Mahesh sir. Actually, I need to log into my system, and I've already requested over the chat that I need this recording. If you may just able to provide me further.
Okay, yeah, sure, I will provide.
Yeah, I have given my WhatsApp number there also. Really, thank you, and sorry to disturb you and intervene in between.
Okay, okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I will
take care,
send.
Nana. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your time today, providing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so this is we're talking about here as a Databricks point of view. So right now, dear, the thing is important to understand here. We have some customer point of view, we have some technical point of view. Let's try to understand the two different things about the Databricks point of view. So we going to deploy technical point I'm talking about here is about infrastructure point of view, technical point of view, deployment, configuration, and management. How do you going to configure configurations, management, and going to provide some, platform upgradation services going to be working. And a customer's point of view, collaborate by Azure Databricks by your company. So you're going to collaborations. How do you going to collaborations things you're going to be working in the company's point of view? I can say that over there. So unlike many enterprise companies provide Azure Databricks does not force you to migrate your data to proprietary storage systems in order to use the platforms. Instead of configure Azure Databricks workspace by configure secure integrations between the Azure Databricks for platform and your cloud account. Databricks deploys in Empress captures clusters of the cloud resources in your account processed by storage data, object storage rather, and services of your control. So the thing is we have blob storage, we have file storage, we have different type of storage in the cloud, in the Azure. So how do you going to configure, how do you managing, how do you going to be getting the structures in the same? So Databricks is going to help you out to maintaining all those storage point of view into the same. Okay. On the customer's point of view, Databricks process is going to store, clean, share, analyze, and model, providing all those things into your databases. And there are some benefits about the Databricks is going to machine learning models providing it. A feature store will be there. Source control of Git. Okay, we going to connecting to the Databricks by REST API, CLI, and Terraform. Okay, so I think Rajesh, you used Terraform, Kubernetes till the time or not?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. I'm just going to be let you know how things going to be working in Terraform, because it is not part of infrastructure point of view, but you have basic understanding requirement.
Mhm.
Okay, so Terraform basically, suppose you have integrations of the cloud. Okay, but Terraform is a little older, I can say that. Okay, this point of view, because Kubernetes will take a place. This is very, very important things right now. If I'm talking about here, it is the cloud point of view. You're going to be using the Kubernetes is most important things right now in any companies are right now using Terraform for the cloud computing point of view. Okay, like we're going to be Azure, going to configure it. So in our previous companies, we have used Terraform. Okay, but right now, once the Kubernetes will be launched in the market, we are moving to that Kubernetes essence is because it is the more features capability will be there into the same. Okay, we have containerization sort of things. We have production environment. We have testing environment. We're going to be, categorizations. We have different environment. We're going to be working on the same. So there's a beauty about the Kubernetes, but Terraform is also the good platform you're going to using it to make your connecting to your cloud computing things and doing a cloud implementation, provisioning the cloud computing things, doing some automations in your infrastructure point of view, application deployments, and you're going to be using it application management point of view. Okay, and it's basically more and more I can say that the manual task we are doing it some time ago, 3 to 4 years ago, but right now once the Terraform will be launched and then Kubernetes will be launched, so then all the automate infrastructures, that's why we are doing it with the help of the Kubernetes. So this is going to help you out automate your cloud and how your infrastructure is going to be automate. Suppose I would say, suppose you have one branch right now in the US, Rajesh, okay? And then you can say, sir, we have 500 number of servers, SQL servers, and we have more than 3,000 VNets working. We have lots of securities. We have lots of VPNs working at the behind. We have lots of security services, databases. We have VMs are working. So it's a huge complex nature of the environment right now. Okay, so a company will going to grow your business right in the Middle East or the Asian countries or in Europe region. So the company will say that, hey, Rajesh, we required same sort of platform, sort of setup in new location right now. So you can say, hey, so it is very complex task for me to, there's huge number of services, very complex things are working in environment. How would I going to provide all those things? It will take time. Yes, it is possible, but it takes time. It's all the manual tasks will be there. But due to the Terraform, we're going to provide some infrastructure automations point of view. You're going to write down the scripts, you're going to make some changes on the scripts, and you're going to be going to deploy all those instances or your security services, databases to the new different locations same time. So you're going to change some IP address naming conventions. It should be changed. IP address should be changed. The databases names also going to be changed. The source groups names should be changed. So there are so many changes you are doing it, and all those things are in the scripting language. Suppose you have some write down in programming languages, same thing will be applicable in the JSON file and the PHP sort of things. You're going to make some changes on your the language, scripts language, and going to running all those scripts and in an instance in the particular locations, and all those things going to be created. So that's why the automation stuff are possible into the cloud computing. But this is old technologies as compared to the Kubernetes, but Kubernetes have a lot of containerization sort of things will be there. So we have very easy way to automate into the Kubernetes. This is what we have next phases we discuss about later on about the Okay, what it is and Terraform is all about, right? So we're going to be connecting via CLI mode, GUI mode, and REST APIs, SDK, okay, software development kit. We have different things. We're gonna be using all those stuff like that here. Okay, this is we are going to doing it, and then we have data lake storage generation one, generation two. These are basically the part of what type of servers you're gonna using it, and which is going to be using it. Okay, enterprise level hyperscale repository for big data workloads. Okay, what type of workloads you're going to providing it. Okay, the capture data, size, integrations, and operational and analytics you're going to getting it. So what is the best configurations of the servers you required as a data lake storage point of view? We have generation one, we have generation two, and then what are the capabilities do you requirement? This is all about the authentications, access controls point of view, encryptions point of view, and then we have some what type of file systems are working on the same, and we have different type of pricing, my dear friend, into the data lake storage point of view. Okay, we have different file systems going to be working all together into the lake storage. That's why it is. We have generation one, we have generation two, and then it's going to be working all together. And we have like different type of file systems you're going to be creating in, and we're going to removing it, and all those stuffs are the part of it. And how do you going to securing the data on the thing? So we discussed about yesterday RBAC controls. So this is the beauty about RBAC controls, and this is all about the access controls point of view, all those things, securing the data, okay? Securing your generation one data like storage point of view. So there are so many things. So once we're going to do some more practical things, so you are going to be getting it. Hey, sir, we understand all those logics concept in our previous classes, but right now I'm going to do some practical things. So it's more and more learning curve will be working so far. That's why I'm talking about here. Just once you create your account on the Azure free accounts, and then let me know that I'm going to set up a lab for you, and then you can going to work all those labs environment once you have free times.
I
Will be
have
there.
already created, sir. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Then we can discuss. We're going to work in our next weekend. We're going to do some more practical stuff like later on. So what I'm trying to do here, actually, I'm going to choose each and every services about the infrastructure point of view. Suppose you are going to architecture design, understanding it, and then you're going to understand all the features, all the features, or it means all the services I'm talking about here. Hey, we have this type of services, we have all those type of services. What is the use case of all those services? Like we have compute, networking, storage, and containerizations, databases. We have lots of products will be there, and you should understand the most products like we have. You can see we have some this type of all things will be coming in the Azure portal, and then we have going to compute, and then we have different type of things. You can see that virtual machines, fabrics, Windows virtual machines, web apps, how to connecting it, how to work on all those features. So we will discuss about one-to-one, and it will not taking too much time, because if you understand the concepts behind the scene, that you can easily 3-4 clicks you're going to be creating all those things. So that's beauty about it. Identity access management, Azure Active Directory. We have premium services. You know that we have premium 1 services, premium 2 services for the Active Directory. What is the use of Active Directory services, premium services? Because we're going to provide multi-factor authentications on the data. Okay, we're going to analyze. We're going to do forensic investigations of the user's point of view. Okay, that's why we require Active Directory premium services. Okay, we're going to provide some production services in our environment. That's why we require. Okay, and we're talking about some security features. We have lots of features. Gateway. So we have application gateway versus our traditional gateway. What is the difference between like application gateway versus the VPN gateway? Like, what is the difference between two things will be there? Why I'm gonna creating it this one? What is the importance of this one? Sentinel XM solutions we discuss about. Okay, we're talking about some keyword in our yesterday sessions. We have discussed about Azure DOS and DDoS productions. We discussed about in our previous sessions. Azure Firewall Managers, we discussed about Azure Firewall. The two different things are there. We're discuss about all those things. Okay, we're going to create and then make a difference. What is the best things for you as of your scenarios? So we once we're going to understand all those things, then I'm going to provide a project. Okay, like you have 203 number of users, the traffic coming from Europe region. So how do you going to creating your infrastructure and provide me some architecture design first of all, and how do you going to set up your technically create your architecture designs on your cloud computing things on your systems. So that's what I'm talking. We will discuss about all those things and how do you going to migrate things and ready. And we have DevOps environment, and we talking about some databases as well. Okay, like we have Cosmos DBs. Why I'm gonna using it? Okay, like we have Azure Microsoft Database Service. So we can be create easily, but at the behind the scene, how to integrate with our different services. Like I'm going to data lake storage. How do you going to integrate? How do you integrate the KMS into the same? Okay, so we will discuss about in our next few sessions once you coming Saturday. So very important sessions for the lab point of view. So we're going to discuss, and once you have time, dear, I'm going to send you this particular link. You already have a link. So just try to study all those. This is talking about some conceptual things, understanding it, and practical things. I will gonna help you out to create on the same. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Any questions for me?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes.
Hi, this is Rajesh. I already discussed regarding you. Okay, I'm new for the Azure. Okay, so I want to build my career in the Azure and AWS. So what is the roadmap for me? Can you just help me out?
Yes. Basically, we have the Azure cloud computing things right now. We are doing it. Okay, as you know.
See, because what happened? Because my current company is not approaching the cloud because they are happy with the data centers. Okay, so how we can approach, like what is the benefit and so.
Yeah, definitely. So if you're talking about some the pay-as-you-go model, right? So I'm just going to send you the architecture framework about the cloud computing things, right? So this is really helpful to you to first of all, you're going to study what is the best things, and then you're going to say that the benchmark point of view. Okay, I'm going to send you some benchmark sort of things about what is the best for the business point of view, right? And let me check once again. Give me 1 minute, please, if we have time.
Because as per career point of view also, because I'm looking the platform like the Azure or AWS, which is best for.
Yes, I have the similar questions. I'm going to getting it regarding the same. So if your company is small to medium sort of things, you can say that, then the Azure will be perfect. Suppose
So costing part is also matter with the current company. So I wanted to move on the cloud industry where the cloud company is taking the cloud services and all. So career point of view also, and like the even salary and all these things. So
yes, so the cloud security, cloud is very famous right now. I would say cloud security, cloud implementation, all the companies are moving to the cloud right now. Okay, first thing. And second thing is there are so many career opportunities in the cloud computing. And if you want to see all those job portals required Azure, AWS, GCP required person, I would say that. So I would recommend that the cloud security, cloud computing is next 20 years, next 10 years will be the benchmark for you. Okay, you're going to get lots of things into the cloud computing things. So if you're going to planning into the cloud computing things, then that's a very good opportunity for you. And try to understand the concept first of all, the basic concepts, and then you're going to go for advanced things. So this is the things which we're talking right now. This is the architecture design. This is the starting of the journey of the Azure portal. Like you want to creating the architecture designing. That's what I'm not going to the practical sessions in a while, because I'm going to provide some conceptual understanding, the logical things behind the scene, and then we can go for the lab sessions. Lab sessions are, not too much takes time, because if you understand the logics, conceptual things at first of all, and then you can easily implement the cloud computing things. That's what I'm talking about here. And we have different certifications point of view, AWS, Azure, GCP, and different companies are cloud vendors point of view. You can going to choose any one of them. And the matter of fact, I suppose which cloud computings you want to be choosing it. So I would going to provide why I'm going to doing it. So this is the benchmark. Rajesh, you are available. You also take a look on the same dear. This is the benchmark I'm talking about here. Suppose this is single DC implementation, right? Suppose I'm talking about here, it is that this is my company, like my company Cisco, and this is a zone 1. We have one location right now, And we have applications, business applications, FTP, MySQL databases, all those things are running. This is my costing of, you can say this is my costing of on-premises costing right now. Okay, this is on-premises costing. It looks like that. This is, or we have only one data center. We have, this is the CPUs we are using right now. This is the memory. This is the Cisco, the virtual costing, VM cost will be there, and the total site cost will be there. So I'm just going to be calculate the on-premises costing. So Rajesh, you are also going to be calculate the current costing, on-premises costing of your cloud. Okay, on-premises costing of your IT infrastructure. I would say that. Okay, how many licenses, how many number of maintenance costing, what is the support costing, what is the business application costing. There's so many things. Okay, I'm just going to do. I'm right now. I'm going to do benchmark of the cloud computing things. What we have right now, and if you're going to migrate to the cloud computing, what would be the costing will be there. And then I'm just going to, this is your on-premises costing. And suppose I'm going to move into the cloud computing of Azure point of view. So I'm going to using the same type of servers. You're going to same type of servers. So we have price calculators available on the Azure portal. You're going to do price, the same types of servers. You're going to take a look on the same and what's the costing per month, per year. You will take a not on the same. Okay, suppose you require 3 years, 5 years, you will get lots of discount will be there as well. Okay, so as per this costing, you're going to get this costing about the Azure costing will be there. Okay, and suppose this is the Azure costing. Same thing you're going to be applicable on the AWS as well. Okay, so we have EC2 instances, we have all those number of servers, the databases, SQL, whatever we have right now. So you have to get some costing on premises costing. This is your Azure costing, and this is your AWS costing. Or suppose you have GCP, you're going to get some costing as well. And then you're going to compare, hey, we have 1 year, we are going to get all those things, but there is no flexibility into the same. There is a huge, downtime will be coming on the same. This is the maintenance time, it will take time. We have lots of resources going to implement on the same. So once I'm going to doing it, we require only 1 or 2 resources. There's no downtime will be there. And what was the costing will be the future? And suppose in the futuristic approach, suppose you required 5 or 10 servers more, you're going to take a click on the pay-as-you-go model, you're going to getting it same time. So this is for the future of the companies should be more and more into the cloud computing things. That's why all the companies are moving to the cloud computing things as well together, right? So this is a single DC implementation. I'm talking about you have single tier, okay? Like one location I'm talking about. And suppose you say, sir, we have multi-tier environment, okay? We required business continuity planning, we required disaster recovery planning as well. So yes, you can go for cross DC implementation. Cross DC implementation is nothing but 2 or more locations. You can say that, okay? Zone 1, 1 location. Zone 2, the tier 2 location, and the zone 3 is tier 3 locations. So the tier 3 locations, I'm going to only create the database arbiter. I'm not going to go everything right now, okay? Suppose we have one site goes down, downtime will be there. Second place will take a place. And suppose 1 and 2 goes down, we're going to secure our database, that's it. So this is as per my understanding, we're going to get some benchmarking as per our understanding point of view. So you are going to creating this model. This is the model.
First I need to learn 104. I'm right?
Yes, 104. This is the way. Basic things.
Okay, so are you covering and these topics, or you covering only 305 only?
No, I'm covering a 104 and 305 and 500, the security as well. The 3 things we are working, because this is the class is going on for the cloud consultant point of view, right? This is the cloud consultant point of view. So suppose you are the cloud consultant in the company, right? So you are going to do implementations, migrations, and operational excellence. Lots of things you are going to doing it. So security enhancement, the basic understanding, then medium understanding, and advanced understanding. You have all 3 things requirement into the same, right? So suppose you have basic understanding, what are the different features, and then
are you doing any assignment like as assignment? Like any
yes,
project?
sure. I'm going to provide some assignments. I'm going to provide some use cases as well. Okay. Once you have done all those understanding, all those things, then I'm going to provide assignment like we have 200 number of users or 300 number of users, and the industry is gaming company, right? I'm talking about here. And then you should supposed to create a databases, okay? And you want to create some the VMs architectures. You're going to create the different type of security enhancement. How you're going to provide some um, the VMs KMS point of views. Okay, I'm talking about there's so many features will be there, and I'm going to be provide. Hey, why going to doing it? How to doing it? Where to doing it? What's the best things you are doing it? So this assignment is basically checking your capability, that how what you understand till the time, and how do you implement all those things. And suppose you're going to migrating existing infrastructures, then what is the best thing? Suppose the VM point of view, hey, which VM we want to using it? What is the costing? How to create the VMs? Because we have different type of VMs into the Azure portal. We have SQL servers, you know that SQL servers VMs. We have serverless architectures VMs also available. So what is the best fits your requirement of the VM? Okay. And then what are the security implementations you are doing it on all your environments? So how do you secure your environment? So if you, I think you are a part of our previous sessions. So I'm just talking about some different type of architecture we're going to discuss about. I think Rajesh,
Are
you
you
know
are
that.
you are you also helping for the placement part also? Because after going the course need to job also, because my current organization, they are not planning to go with the Azure and other clouds, so might be it.
I'm just going to helping out to whatever the company's requirement, the different jobs available in the market. Suppose you have good understanding, then I have my number of
Basic cloud
candidates.
job, yeah.
Yes, I have
Basic cloud job.
number of companies. I have number of my candidates are working. Like Ericsson, if you know, I don't know what your location is right now, but if you are in
Mumbai.
Delhi NCR, yeah, good to go. And Mumbai, yes, lots of companies available in the same. Bangalore is most important locations if you are in nearby Mumbai, so that you're going to get lots of jobs. If you're going to check the job description, so I'm going to ready as per the job descriptions here. Suppose you have, sir, I have job descriptions. I have provided CV to the company. I got the job descriptions. So yes, I can going to prepare as per your job descriptions in the company's requirement. Okay, because what are the different type of questions you're going to be asking to you, and how you're going to be providing the answers all those questions. So the matter of fact that we are going to provide all those cloud computing, you know what, interview question and answers. It's a part of it in our training as well.
What is the timing for this course?
This is 6 p.m. We are doing it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Only
So
Saturday, Sunday, right?
yeah, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you can connect me separately. You have my WhatsApp number. Any other information you required, and then I'm